Hey everybody, I'm going to do a quick little video here. I've been talking a lot about IED, and yeah, this is one of the shirts my mother-in-law gave me for Christmas. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I said that in a video. Anyway, I'm going to talk about how you treat a person with IED. Now, this is just my experiences and how, from my perspective, my wife helps me from in an IED attack to calm down. She also knows the signs just when to back off. And I'll get her on here sometime and she can explain those instances from me that she has seen where she has had to back off when we were dating and stuff. But this is something I wanted to say because I've been doing a lot of stuff. Not the people here and around me has changed and talk, not that any of them has treated me any different. They may not have seen any of these, I don't know, who knows. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about this. I'm just going to walk around the yard. I was going to do it in my garage, but it was sweltering hot in there. So, but anyway, how to treat a person with IED. You treat them like a normal everyday person. You treat them like a friend, like your family, like treat them with respect. You treat a person with respect, I don't care what they have. They're going to treat you with respect. And you don't treat them with respect, then that's when you have issues. But anyway, treat them with respect. If you see them starting to get angry, talk to them. Say, hey man, is there something or hey woman, ma'am, or sir, however you want to approach them. Is there something I can do to help you? I see you're aggravated about something. Talk to them. It's normal. Have a normal conversation. Try to calm them down. Try to direct their thoughts from whatever was making them mad to something else. That's what my wife does. I'll tell you one instance. I was going to the hospital with my other problems I have. I had a lot of pain from a ganglion cyst in my wrist. That's what it was. Had to think for a minute. I've been to hospital so many times. But I had a cyst on a ganglion cyst in my wrist. I've since had it removed. But, on the way down there, on the way down to the hospital, I started having these symptoms of not being able to feel my arms, my hands, couldn't smoke my cigarette. I was afraid of dropping it, going down the road, doing what I do to try to keep me calm. And I started to get mad, and I started losing feeling in my legs. And had to throw a cigarette out, and I couldn't even open a snuff can or anything. I mean, I was that bad. And I was getting angry. Remember, I have said, for me, one of my triggers is pain. Well, when I started losing feeling in my stuff, I can still feel the pain in my knees or my hips or my shoulders or whatever, or my hands when I lose feeling of or control because I can't move them. All right, just that day going down the road, thankfully it was a slow process. Normally it's pretty fast. Well, anyway, besides all that, I was starting to get angry. My wife noticed I was starting to get into a form of myself that would get into an IED attack. She started talking to me, held one of my hands, and she was flying down the road to get me to the hospital. Four ways on, and we were cranking down the road. People was getting over for us. I mean, perfect day for that, but still yet. she was keeping me calm through doing that. Or keeping me calm even though she was doing that. She got me calmed down. Got to the hospital, got in the bed. They dragged me out of the truck because I couldn't walk, nothing. Dragged me onto the gurney, took me in. Doctor come in. Now, we've had, at the ER that I go to, we've had great doctors. This doctor, though, is not so great. We've had him a couple times, my wife and I both. And it's not good. No, I did not put her in the ER. It was something she has going on. Anyway, we had this doctor, and he immediately walked in and said, "Oh, blah, 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 blah. What were you coming down originally for? Because you're in a neuropathy attack." I'm not doing nothing for that, but what were you down here originally for? Okay, we were down here for my hand hurting, my wrist and stuff. I wanted to make sure nothing was getting choked off. So he x-rayed it, sent me out the door. The one time, well, a few times, but one time that my IED was good, I was pissed off. The nurse, God bless her, she's a great nurse. I'm not mentioning any names, but she's a great nurse, great ER nurse. She said, "Hey, you don't have to leave. Wait a few minutes for your meds to kick in." He gave me ibuprofen and something else. Nothing good. Nothing to really help. And he says, or she says, "You don't have to go, but they're drawing up your papers. So by the time the papers are here and I sign them, or my wife signs them, I'll walk to my truck." Still couldn't feel my arms, legs. She said, "How can you walk to your truck? You can't feel your legs." I said, "I'll get there." They had the wheelchair behind me. I tapped into my IED strength a little bit. Forced myself to do it. Now, like I say, that was a good IED time. Other times are bad, really bad. So, but when you see somebody out on the street, you don't know who they are. You do now if you see me out on the street. You know what I'm saying. You know my issues and stuff. Treat me normal. Don't treat me any different than anybody else. Say hi, but don't force yourself to say hi. Say, "Oh, I see his truck. I gotta say hi." No. It's not like that. We're still reasonable people. Okay? We are. We're normal, everyday people. We just have a little more anger issues than people with anger issues. So like I said, treat us normal. Don't treat us like we're some experiment or some, somebody with the plague or anything like that. Treat a person with IED normally. I'm going to try to get a few people on here to talk, do a little interview with. And they're not necessarily got IED, but they have a lot of anger issues that I believe is a form of IED. Like I said, IED is very unknown in the medical world. It's very hard to diagnose. Some people with IED has actually been diagnosed with schizophrenia because the doctor doesn't know about it. That's another thing that pisses me off. These people go to school for how long? 10 years? These psychiatrists go to school for how long? And, they say medicine is a science. Well, I personally do believe that because I think I have been used as a guinea pig many times by doctors. Once I say I have IED, they don't know nothing about it. We have to explain it to them. I go to the ER, one ER down here. I go in there and my wife hits the button and says, my husband needs to come in for X thing. And they say, well, during COVID, they said, well, we can't let you in. She goes, you have to let me in. He has IED. It's a intermittent explosive disorder. He can snap in a heartbeat, and next thing you know, he's going to be in cuffs if the cops can get him down. They let her right in with me because she can help control me. It's not really control. It's more. It's not control. It's more of the. It's not control. It's more. Damn, I wanted to sit down, but that's still wet. Been power washing. It's more of a help. It's not control. It's help. Help in the fact that she can calm me down. And I've seen that before. I could help calm down people with similar issues. But there's a very few people that could calm me down. And there's even less that even want to try. And a person with IED, maybe it's that person that fights at the bar all the time. You never know. Maybe it's that person that always has that pissed off look on their face, that mad look on their face. Maybe that's the person with IED. You don't know. We walk around just like everybody else. This is very few people have this. I'd love to be able to find out how many people's ever been diagnosed with it. I think I might try to find that out and write it down and show you all sometime. But anyway, have fun, enjoy your day, treat me and everyone else with IED like a normal person, because you don't know who we are out there. I don't know who we are out there. I'm the only one I know in the area that has it. So just think of that. All right. Thank you. Talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye.